students. It is your principal, Dr. Ammerman. I am so excited to bring to you a special guest who is going to give some words of wisdom, some encouragement as we are preparing to transition back to school. I know some students will be staying virtual, and we are still excited that you're going to be part of our Crosby family from a distance, and that is A-OK. But I would like to introduce Mr. Peyton Siva. For those of you who do not know, he is definitely a hometown star, a former Louisville Cardinal basketball player. So I know I'm really excited because you all know that your principal went to U of L and played volleyball. He is younger than me, I'm sad to say, so I'm still old. But in saying that, Peyton, if you want to just kind of introduce yourself, let our students know what you're doing currently, and we'll take it from there.
Hey everybody, thank you for having me and thank you for introducing me. My name is Peyton Siva. I'm a former U of L men's basketball player. I'm actually from Seattle, Washington, but Louisville is my second home. I really love it. I enjoy it, and I have a great time there. And yeah, currently I'm in Berlin, Germany, playing professional basketball here for a team named Alba Berlin, and just enjoying the European life. And that's pretty much it for me.
All right, awesome. So when we were talking to Peyton earlier, students, we were just talking about, the middle school experience, and obviously currently it's been much different. I cannot express to you and communicate how proud I am of you all continuing to show up, continuing to participate. And so, Peyton, I would love for you to talk to our students maybe about a time where you had to persevere through a difficult challenge, whether it was through school or athletics or just a life event.
I think for myself, middle school was really the turning point of my life. I would say I wasn't really a great student. I really didn't take school seriously. Coming from elementary to middle school, you're, on your own in a sense. You have 6 periods. For us, we did, and it was kind of a learning curve for me. But I had, a lot of great teachers, a lot of mentors to help me through it, to really, push me forward, to excel me, to where I am today. And middle school, or we say around 7th to 8th grade, was where my life really turned around, where I actually took school a lot more serious. It kind of took me to where I loved basketball. Basketball was my passion, and I couldn't play for our school varsity team because I didn't have the grades to be able to play. And, that really humbled me and made me realize that, school is important. School, is what's going to propel me further in life. And I think that middle school stage was huge for me. So that was a time in my life where, things weren't going the way I wanted to go. I thought, I was on top of the world, just playing basketball. But, it made me take a step back, realize, school was more important than basketball because it's going to be there forever. And I'm luckily for me, I had teachers and great counselors to help me out through that stage of my life to really, stay on top of me and help me through it all. And I think that was a big turning point in my life.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I think there's several students that in various ways can relate to feeling that either previously or currently. I know as also a former athlete myself going through middle school, there was a lot of growing points for me. And I can definitely think and, relate to what you're saying as well. So I'm thinking about coming back, and things are going to look a little different for our students. And so I guess what pieces of advice might you give a middle school student as far as we talked a little bit about our Sense of Belonging campaign, and just being kind and also being involved and figuring out we call ourselves, we have a Crosby family. So I guess what kind of words of wisdom would you have for our students as we return from a very difficult year?
I would say just take advantage of all the things that are available to you, whether that's, extracurricular activities, teachers helping out more, finding tutors, whatever it is, study groups, whatever you can to just take advantage of that. I think, for the kids who are, taking classes online, it's going to be a lot different from the kids that are returning back to school, and, safety first for everyone. But, for the kids who are returning back, have that, don't be scared to ask for help, or don't be scared to, participate in something. And for myself, that was something big for me. I try to do everything, whether it was, ultimate frisbee, mine was mostly sports. It was ultimate frisbee, or, we had a hall monitor at the time. Just little things I can do to just involve myself. I always loved interacting with other people. One of the big things that I was growing up that my mom always taught me was just to, treat others the way that you would want to be treated. So, always, smile, say hello to somebody. You never know what somebody might be going through. Times are tough right now, just with COVID and everything. So a lot of people are going to be excited to just, be back in society and see somebody. So don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to introduce yourself to someone new, and, have that Crosby family, have that, family atmosphere when you are back in school and you're around people you may not know or may not have talked to, but just try to integrate yourself with everybody.
No, I really appreciate that, because I'm sure we can all remember, adults I'm talking about now, is that sometimes when you hear it from someone different, it sinks in a little more, or you hear it a different way, and you never know how we're going to reach you guys. So I'm talking to our students, is that as your principal, I'm invested in finding different avenues of reaching you, connecting with you, because this is my passion. So I did play sports and I went to college for volleyball, but being an educator and influencing your life really means a lot to me as your leader. And I know that our teachers feel that same way. And I have to give a shout out to Miss Pape for making this possible with Mr. Siva. So we definitely appreciate his time because he is like he said, he's overseas. So right now it's 8:00 here, and it's, I think, 2:00 where you're at.
Yep.
And he's been awesome. I am floored that we have this opportunity, and I think it just speaks to the special people that are willing to reach out for our kids, to inspire them or find ways to motivate them. And so I obviously want to be respectful of your time. And so if you had any words of wisdom in the sense of, if you were a middle schooler, something that you wish you would have done, or just any encouragement that you can offer our students, we certainly value.
I would say for me, if I were to go back to middle school, I would just, like I said, I would take school a lot more seriously, just because you really don't understand the importance of the education. You don't really understand it at that age. You feel like, you're invincible at that age. You're finding out everything about yourself, sports, physically, everything. So for me, I would just say, try to be open to new things when you're, learning, asking for help. Don't be too prideful to, ask for help in front of your friends, or, it's always fun to have a good time with your friends, but, when class is going on, when things are going on, take that time seriously to invest in your future, invest in yourself by learning. And like I said, a big thing for me, a big key and a takeaway would just be for asking for help. You can, and that's what, your teachers are there for, your principal is there for. Everyone's there to help you. They want to see you, succeed in life. No one wants to put you down. And that would be the biggest takeaway I can give you guys is reach out for help. Something you're struggling with. Don't be too prideful to not, reach out to somebody.
Well, we definitely appreciate that. And I kind of turned on my inner middle school student mind, and I know they're going to, well, I don't know, I feel confident. One last thing, you can kind of tell them about what you're doing overseas, playing, what does that look like playing basketball overseas? Because I'm sure we have a few kids, if not all, like, I wonder what that's like. And so if you want to give us a snapshot, and then we'll close this out.
Yeah, so playing in Europe, I have a good time. I never in a million years when I was in middle school thought I would be playing in Europe, playing professional basketball. But it's just like anywhere else. Only difference is I get to travel the world and, play basketball in different countries. I just got back from Russia, where we played in Moscow and St. Petersburg. I'm traveling all around Germany, Spain, everywhere. So it's definitely an eye-opener. You get to meet a lot of new people, learn about a lot of different cultures, and learn a lot of different languages. So I think it's a fun thing just to meet all these new people, experience all these experiences, and I'm having a great time with it. My family got a chance to come over and experience it with me. Just like I said, playing basketball it's basketball, but outside of playing in the States, it's you get to travel Europe and just experience different cultures, different lifestyles, and the fans are crazy out here for the kids. If you guys want to know, they like to burn fires in the stands, and they're a lot more rowdier than they are in the States, but it's all in good fun, all in good nature, and you have a good time with it.
That's awesome. I know I had the privilege when I played for Siva being able to travel to Italy for a tournament while playing for the Cardinals. So I know that brief experience that we were able to have was something that I'll cherish forever. So I'm going to ask two things to end this out. So our motto at Crosby, and what I tell our students is, I say, remember, Crosby, we are all in all the time. And so I would love for you to do that with me. And then, of course, we have to say go Cards. So I'm sorry, UK fans, but we're going to have to do it. So can you do that favor for me?
So it's remember, Crosby, we are all in all the time, right?
Yep, that is correct. That is correct. So, yeah. All right. Yes. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to actually, instead of me saying it, I'm going to hand it over to you. I'm going to let you say it with enthusiasm and fire, and then we'll end it with go Cards.
All right. All right. 1, 2, 3. Remember, Crosby, we are all in all the time.
All right. Well, go Cards. Super excited to have you, and thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts, honestly, for giving us your time. We know that you have lots going on, like everybody in the world, but you definitely are special to the city of Louisville, and I'm so excited that our students have the privilege to hear you speak. And yeah, thanks so much again. We hope you have an awesome day.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. You guys all stay safe.